Leave it to the Yu-Gi-Oh community to be wrong about something. Make sure you guys smash the and crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. The Kaiba briefcase, $500. You had, what was it, $400? It was one of the two. It was expensive. And then you had the stainless steel Egyptian gods floating around out here for also an expensive price point. And then, you know what we see out here? You have, everybody had an equal opportunity to buy this. All right. And I mean, honestly, everybody. All right. Your Uncle Phil over there that tells you he works at Konami, but he doesn't? He does it to try to, tell you that you're the best duelist in the world? No, I'm lying to you. All right, everybody had an equal opportunity to buy this. It was the same time span for all of this. And you know what I heard from this community? I'm not going to spend my money on this. Why would I give the evil Konami money, all right? The stainless steel gods, they look like absolute garbage. Why would I do this? Me over here, I picked up 2 Egyptian god sets. A couple of things had the opportunity here. You could have got a chance to get a fancy Blue Eyes, or excuse me, a fancy Black Luster Soldier with your purchase of these cards that have some sort of extra value to it as well, which means the entire purchase would have been paid for. So let's think about this for a second. So you telling me, you could have also sent in a postcard, by the way, to claim this, but people didn't think about that. The moral of this video is there's going to be a lot of interesting money that was missed by the community, and people not realizing you could have turned a little bit of money over time into something for the long haul. And people chose to, instead of thinking about the long haul here, going, wow, this is terrible. So the stainless steel gods, the stainless steel gods, you didn't have to pay to pick them up. But if you did, you had a chance to get a Black Luster Soldier, or you could send in a little slip of paper in the mail to get the Black Luster Soldier, which means, once again, if you got all that in and you sold the Black Luster Soldier for about, $600 to $1,200, and then you sold the stainless steel gods, as of filming this, stainless steel gods on eBay are about $800. I actually, when I got in my second set, I actually sold the secondary set for, what was it? I think it was $800. Yeah, it was about $800 to $700. I think after fees, I got about $700 on it, which means I made $200-300 on it. And before you're like, wait a minute. I mean, I only bought 2. I bought one to display, and then I bought the second one because I was like, we'll see if we get, a Black Luster Soldier out of this. The secondary market is a creature when it comes to this sort of stuff. And if it was the same thing, it's like, hey, if you picked up one of these stainless steel gods, for the intent of wanting to display it, and you're like, I don't like this, you could have turned around, you could have flipped it on eBay, and you could have made $200. All right, and that's a thing that's like, I understand that not everybody is a vendor, and I understand that not everybody, thinks about this sort of stuff, but if you're complaining about this, and then you're like, wow, there's absolutely, anybody that buys this is an absolute clown, and it's like, but you could have made $200 to $300 on this for free had you bought one, and just been patient for a couple of months. Like, I don't understand that sort of mentality that goes into this, and it's like, it's just one. All right, and these specialty products, it's always cost of opportunity. Can you afford this? Is it worth it for these sorts of things? And honestly, it was an opportunity, and we saw that people were, kind of curious about it. And it looks like it paid off. Now let's flip on over here to the more expensive product, the Kaiba briefcase. As of filming this, I've seen Kaiba briefcases going for about $900 on the TCG side of the market. Watching what Ideal 808 did, breaking them down and selling them on the secondary market. What was it? The Blue Eyes was pushing like $250? $200 per? I think you could get the whole encased Blue Eyes for, was like $500. It was the cost of the briefcase itself to get like the 3 Blue Eyes as well. So that was something to kind of think about there, as well as like the cost of the 3 DDS Blue Eyes copies, as we're going to call it, was that alone. So then that leaves you to the cost of the briefcase, the cost of the deck itself, and then the deck itself, you also had 40, 50 cards inside of it. And then all of those cards, if you sold all of those, that's another $400 profit on top of that. So that means technically if you broke it down and you could sell everything over time, which with the more niche selection of items that you do have there, you're probably making probably $350, $400 per every one of those Kaiba briefcases that you could have bought over time. Not over time, from the 2-3 weeks that it was available. But most of the people, they didn't look at this. And I mean, to those of you that did pick up a Kaiba briefcase, and I mean, you wanted to flip it around right now, I mean, you're looking at $300 in profit. This is a different story, honestly, from the pot collection. I believe as of filming this, the pot collections are $200 on the secondary market per copy of them. The pot collection was I guess an abnormality in the way it was, because most of the pots got reprinted. And I know a lot more people invested into the pot collection because they're like, we'll just grab our play sets of this sort of stuff, and we'll go ahead and we'll pick this up. But now that the TCG has been through 3 specialty products from this, being the pot collection, the Kaiba briefcase, and the stainless steel gods, now I think we can accurately look at this and go, hey, you all were wrong. All right, there was money to be made on the secondary market for this sorts of stuff. Reading the comments and overall people going, this is a waste of money. You have no idea what you're talking about. And it's like, we have data now to prove you wrong. And going forward, we also now have future data to look at these future things and go, yeah, there is money to be made on these sorts of things. There is money to be made in these specialty products. Now, we do have the branded product coming up in Japan, where they are going to release, the alt arts and these sorts of things for the branded storyline. I don't know if the TCG is going to get that. It would be really, really nice, because, we never got the number file, which I'm not going to lie to you, I really wish we would have gotten the number file for all of the little exclusives and stuff that could have been around at that time. But I don't think that Konami Japan had the technology or the want at the time to start releasing this sort of stuff just yet. And the fact that, they did the stainless steel gods, I think we will see more specialty products, and we will continue to still see people out here just generically trying to call out people and go, no, this isn't worth it. Like, what are you doing? Stop it. These are the same people that just love missing opportunities, and I honestly, when the amount of people that were looking at the stainless steel gods going, these are ugly, I don't want these, that's fine, aesthetically. But if you're looking at the stainless steel gods and you're denying the fact that these are going to be worth money on the secondary market to the people that do want to collect them, that's where I think the problem therein lies with these sorts of products. You got under her. If the Hello Kitty collab taught me anything, that there are, obviously, the trading card game players are a very small subsection of this. There are just collectors of Yu-Gi-Oh! Memorabilia in general. And if the people are willing to spend all of this crazy money for a Hello Kitty collab, what happens when they make official stainless steel Egyptian gods of the manga art? It's going to be the exact same thing. They're appealing to that wider range of things here, and that's exactly what you're seeing with this sort of thing. So, of course, they're going to be worth it on the secondary market. So, the community missed some free money, but instead they chose to complain, going, yeah, you're crazy if you buy this sort of product. And now the naysayers got rewarded for it. Boom. Revelation. What an interesting time to be a player of this game. So what do you guys think about everything that has happened? Did you honestly think that the stainless steel gods and the Kaiba briefcase would be worth it on the secondary market? I am very curious to know how these are going to hold for the longer haul, though. And I also am curious to know how many of each of the stainless steel gods is out there, because fun fact, they were numbered. Konami did actually number those, and they didn't mention that at all. So that's an entirely different little subset of things to kind of consider out here, is just how much of that is floating around out there in the chasm of time. So please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and what kind of future products do you want to see Konami make? And are you interested in the branded one as well? I am kind of curious to see how the branded one is going to come together in the future, just to kind of see. So you guys have a good rest of your day, and remember, the community sometimes is a wild place. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.